Could you let me see the pick and bans?
Tell them to pull the stream up.
Pull the stream up.
You're both live right now.
Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. All right. Well, I see we've already started drafting. All right. Well, welcome to the Dunwoody Hawks' starting match of the season. Just going to give a quick overview of our players here. We have Lusk, the absolutely dominant jungler from the varsity Dunwoody Hawks last year. Absolutely dominant jungler. Going to be playing ADC this year. More of a position swap than anything else. We're going to have Depraved Sicko, who was actually the jungler on junior varsity last year. He's going to be playing jungler on varsity this year, as Lusk is going to be moving to AD carry. We have Zeus, also returning from last year. He was the mid laner for the varsity team. Going to be playing top lane this year. And our final returning player is going to be Icky Coffee, the returning support player from last year. And we have a newcomer on the team. His name is Cap, and he's going to be playing top lane. Now, he showed up at tryouts and showed a pretty strong performance, but we'll have to see how he goes here. Currently through the pick and bans, we're looking at Dunwoody Hawks banning Nautilus, Rakan, Kane, Kai'Sa, Braum. 3 support bans. This is very interesting. Team comp looking at Caitlyn, Ziggs, Jarvan 4, Karma. I know that Depraved Sicko has a very strong Jarvan 4. Pretty sure that Karma is going to be on Icky Coffee support. That's something that our coach, our absolutely fantastic coach, Normology, former coach of U of M, he had him practice a lot of Karma last year, but we'll see how this goes. All right, Corpus Christi going to be picking Xayah LeBlanc, Sejuani, and we're moving into the final picks here. Let's see what else they got planned. Corpus Christi going to be banning Maokai, Ezreal, Hecarim, and the Hecarim ban is absolutely fair. Depraved Sicko is a Hecarim one trick. Trying to figure out what to pick for top lane, and they lock in Fiora, or at least I believe Fiora is top lane, unless they got some very strange off-meta plays going on here. Other bans for Corpus Christi are going to be Jenna and Rel. Lots of support bans going on in this game. Lots of support bans. We're going to have to see how it goes. All right, now if I had to guess here, yep, it's going to be the support, and it looks like Corpus Christi is going to be putting in Soraka, and the full team comp looks like it's going to be Xayah AD carry, LeBlanc mid lane, Sejuani jungler, Fiora top, and Soraka support. And that's going to be the top laner, it looks like Poppy. Interesting matchups here all around. Fiora is going to be a very strong matchup. Fiora is going to be a very strong champion. Unfortunately, they did kind of get the counter pick with Poppy in there, as one of Poppy's abilities makes it so that if you dash in and then out of her range, you're going to get stunned there. And that's kind of Fiora's whole plan, is to dash in, hit you with her Q, and then to run away and hit your vitals. Looking like a pretty favorable matchup here for Dunwoody, but we'll have to see how it goes. Going to be Caitlyn, Karma into Soraka, Xayah, 2 enchanters. We're going to have Caitlyn as the ADC. Caitlyn is a very strong poke ADC. A lot of very strong damage, but not a whole lot of mobility going on. Very strong ultimate with the execute here. Xayah is really strong because of her ultimate. It allows her to just completely get out of basically any situation she's in. Excited to get this game going here.
And for those who like a 2 matches in one night. We also got another match coming up here at 8:30 after this one against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So don't forget to stick around for that here later tonight at 8:30.
Now we're just kind of waiting for this to start. Team's probably getting ready, discussing some strategy, and we'll see how this goes. All right, and we're in. Now that pick and ban is mostly just a website that we use as a substitute because not everybody has all the champions in League of Legends. That's the main reason why we use that website. It allows us to select from all champions, so we're not worrying about different people picking different things at certain times. So you're going to see a lot of the same bans here, as this game mode has ranked pick and ban as well. Or it doesn't look like we're doing the pick and ban version. And there we are. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a spectator delay just to start off the match. But we'll see how it goes here. We'll be right back after this delay ends.
All right, so Ethan, well, we have about 45 seconds left. What do you think? How do you think this game's going to be, or this round, kind of with the champions that both teams selected?
It's an interesting champion select here. I'm not really sure. What I'm mostly worried about looking at this team comp is going to be mid lane. Ziggs into LeBlanc is going to be kind of rough, as Ziggs' only escape is going to be his bomb that launches him and enemies in random directions. Well, not random directions, but it allows him to get a lot of mobility. But once that's down, LeBlanc is going to be able to all-in him, as she has a very, very strong all-in kit. She can basically dash in on top of Ziggs when he uses his bomb, and he won't be able to do much about it. It's going to be mainly focused on poking her down, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how many of these skill shots he hits. The bot lane is looking pretty even here. Caitlyn Karma, Xayah Soraka. I'm not really too familiar with that matchup, but I'm confident in Lusk and Nikki Coffee that they'll be able to get the job done. As for Jarvan and Sejuani, both have very good utility and very good ganks, especially in terms of their ultimates. But it'll be pretty dependent on what happens with the rest of the team, so we'll see.
We will see indeed. And looks like the spectator delay here is done, so we should be getting started here in a little bit.
All right, looks like we're getting started here. Now, I know very much that Dunwoody very much likes to, as our coach Norman has had Dunwoody practice a lot, we like to have our jungler going to be starting topside, so it looks like Jarvan is going to be starting red. Going to a nice 5-point formation first, just to make sure nobody's going to be stealing any camps or going for any invasions early game. Going with the party of 3 just to secure vision. Depraved Sicko seeing all of that and realizing that he's kind of just there to watch and to see what goes on there. And it looks like Nagi is going to be going in deep, going for a ward on red buff. She gets it and is able to get out. Very powerful vision there. We have Vicky Kavi and Yusweg. I believe that's how you pronounce it, but I don't really know. Going to be walking back and forth, just trying to trade around here. It looks like he's going to be going in, trying to hit the poke. He hits some decent poke here. Soraka going to be autoing, going to be putting down the ward for the vision. And it looks like Nagi's going to be coming in. Hits the dash on Nikki Coffee. He's going to be low on health, gets the electrocute proc, and then dips out. That's a pretty rough start. Nikki Coffee's going to have to back here, but it's fine because Dunwoody's going to be starting topside for Jarvan. Sejuani going to be coming back right as the buff spawns. Minions about to meet in lane. Cap is going to be off to a pretty decent start here as Nagi took some damage from that altercation with Iki Coffee and with Lusk. Let's see how this goes. Going to be leashing the red buff here. Let's see how it goes here. Alright, Depraved Sicko clearing his red buff. Going to be going for Krugs next. Smites his first camp. Not Jorge, not smiting his first camp. Also going back down to Krugs. Nagi hitting some of that really strong damage, getting the electrocute proc, and then backing up into the bush. Going to be starting with Corrupting Pot here. He's going to make it actually pretty even in terms of poke compared to the Ziggs. Decent trades going on in the bot lane here. We have Soraka, which has a lot of sustain here. Going to be hitting a lot of poke for Mickey Coffee. That's going to be the Ignite coming out. Flashes all around. Lusk flashes and gets the kill there. Very strong. Fiora is going to be hitting the parry there. Zayas trying to go all in. Misses the W. Fiora's getting in, hitting the vitals. Conquer procs on both of them. Zayas has got to move away. He does not win that matchup against Fiora with Conqueror popped. Zayas is going to need all 3 of his abilities in order to kind of stand up against her, as Fiora's vitals are going to be very strong. However, he does have a good amount of poke with his shield toss. Interesting wave states building up, and Depraved Sicko going for a gank. Nagi dashes out of the way, just trying to get some pressure off a Cap here, and it looks like not Jorge is going to be going in for a gank. Iki Coffee and Lusk completely separated. Rivi and Lusk popping both ghosts. Dodges the skill shot. Sejuani going in on Lusk. Iki Coffee misses the Karma and gets rooted. Lusk is going to be stunned and dies under tower. Iki Coffee is also dead under tower. That is very, very bad for Dunwoody here. Zayas is going to have to be retreating in the top lane, but Belawesome is doing it. Or no, it's a C. I'm just going to call him Blossom. Doing a very good job at stopping the back here. Zayas can't really afford to ditch this wave, otherwise he's going to have to get rid of his TP in order to get back to top lane in time. Blossom going to be hitting the vitals. Yusweg going to be going into the jungle, trying to push up, trying to execute under tower. It doesn't happen unless gets the kill. Good point of catch-up for Dunwoody there. They really needed the kill, and it looks like Zayas is going to commit to the back and lose a CS. Blossom is going to push in that wave and then reset. Actually, Zayas is going to be teleporting back to wave here. Cap and Nagi trading. Nagi gets the execute here. Zig's going to be throwing down the bomb field. It doesn't work. Hits the Q. Nagi is going to be using... Whew, man, that was pretty rough. Going to be using the passive there to try and fake him out. Cap using the bomb, trying to throw him under tower, but it doesn't quite work there. Nagi's building up decent wave here. Cap's got to be careful of that. That's a very strong combo. All that she needs to do is dash in on top of him and throw other abilities out, and he dies. Ziggs doesn't really have that ability, as his bomb is going to be very telegraphed. Icky Coffee trying to push up, maybe get some poke damage and try and force him off this wave, trying to give Lust some breathing room. Looks like Nagi is going to be resetting here. Cap isn't really sure if she's gone or not, so he's going to have some time. Going to be pushing a wave in, and he's going to be resetting. That's a TP from Nagi and back in mid lane. Alright, now despite those early deaths, Dunwoody actually has a level lead in the bot lane, which is going to be very strong here. Lusk building up a absolutely massive wave here for them to deal with. And Zayas also returning, getting a massive wave advantage. We're going to see how this goes. But not Jorge is going to be pulling up to the top lane for a gank. Coffee and Lusk now crashing the wave under tower. Lusk gets stunned under tower and targeted. Lusk going to get flashed on. It's going to be targeted by Icky Coffee trying to get the root off, but the root doesn't come out in time, and Icky Coffee's going to be dead. Depraved Sicko going into top lane to defend Zeus. Not Jorge is going to be trying desperately to go for the kill, but Jarvan is just too strong. Manages to get the kill, and Blossom is going to be trying to run away there. Uses Fiora Q, trying to get out. Not sure if Dunwoody's going to be able to secure the kill there. Probably just going for a couple of shove-out wave, and then they're going to be resetting. Looks like Zayas might actually be trying to greed for a tower plate there with the Demolish. I don't know if that's such a smart idea, especially against Fiora. Going to be trading, and it gets parried. That's a lot of damage on Zayas. He can't afford to stay. Icky Coffee trying to protect and trying to defend under tower, but unfortunately he's kind of getting poked out there and is going to have to leave soon. Zayas going to be hitting 6. And there we are. Dunwoody getting a wave crashed on tower. Cap hitting 6 in the mid lane. Zig 6. But the LeBlanc is also going to be hitting 6. Uses a good job and blasts him away, separating the two of them. You don't really want to be close to LeBlanc because she's just going to be able to dash on top of you and then teleport back to where she was. Icky Coffee going to be resetting Lusk, going back to mid lane. And the Soraka actually roams up. Swag is going to be sitting in the bush. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like they're going for a gank on Cap. They know they have no vision in bot river. Cap is playing very safe here. He does not want to get all-in by LeBlanc. LeBlanc tries to go all in to set up a gank, but doesn't really matter as Cap dodges all those skill shots. Not Jorge and his Swag are going to be wasting a lot of their time there. Looks like Dunwoody is going to be going for Dragon here. Depraved Sicko and Lusk going to be starting it. And they get vision on it. Not Jorge and Yasweg going to be walking around the long way. Icky Coffee and Lusk trying to stay in the back there, letting Depraved Sicko tank most of it. Nagi's coming down. Rivia 2 World is going to be a 4v1. They're kind of backing up, calling for help from the... they're going to be moving up. Ziggs is coming in from the mid laner, and that's a bad engage on Depraved Sicko. He's going to get jumped on by Nagi. That's going to be the Ignite off, and the root from Karma. He's going to be down. Unfortunately, Dunwoody doesn't have a smite, so it looks like they're going to be losing the Dragon. Not Jorge hitting that smite off. Lusk trying to back away and gets killed there. And Rivia of 2 Worlds is going to be getting some very solid damage in there, and a couple kills to boot. Fortunately, Zai has the auto attack range to kill Karma there. Zayas, while having the level lead here and is currently crashing a big wave, his team is not doing well. It's looking rough for Dunwoody here. If you are going to be whiffing the parry there, it's a pretty good time to punish for Zayas. Unfortunately, he's got a wave crashed under tower, so he's not going to want to fight there. Trying to be getting plate there, throwing out the shield for poke. Just trying to prevent Fiora from all-inning him. Fiora just trying to poke out, get some vitals, get some healing back. It's going to be going all in. The Fiora ult pops out. Zayas is going to be just running away. That's probably his best option here. He doesn't really want to fight Fiora when she has her ult up. Nagi going to be pushing out waves. Cap boosts himself away and gets rooted under his tower out of punish range. Depraved Sicko putting a control ward in the top brush. And it looks like he's going to be getting crab now. Alright. Cap is playing very safe. Going to be throwing out the bomb field. Going to be getting rooted under tower. Nagi getting the electrocute proc, and he tries to bump her under the tower, but it doesn't quite work. It misses up in placement. Zayas throwing the buckler and getting the shield back. It's a pretty good shield. It would be very, very good in the fight against Fiora. She doesn't really have any good ways to deal with the poke other than going all in. Going to be kind of playing and dancing around here. Going to be trying to go for an all in. Just a decent trade there. Zeus has got to be careful here. He's got a smaller wave, which means he's going to be taking so much damage from minions. Not Jorge is going to be clearing vision and Tribush. Icky Coffee is pushing up, thinking they don't know where the jungler is. Not Jorge going in for the gank. Icky Coffee is dead. There's nothing they can do about it. And it's going to be the Sejuani ult thrown over tower. Lusk is kind of just stuck there. He's got to wait for the wave. He's not allowed to push up anymore. Very unfortunate for Dunwoody. Blossom is going to be resetting and TPing to top tower. And Nagi's going to be pushing in. Zig's bomb knocking them away. And Nagi's going to be calling off the offensive. Cap clearing the vision in the bush. Jarvan is going to be fighting the Fiora. Depraved Sicko is going to be fighting Blossom. Lusk is taking some damage under poke. Depraved Sicko going to be stealing the jungle. Unfortunately, he's getting collapsed on by Not Jorge and Nagi, trying to use Jarvan's movement to get out, but they hit the blast cone to get over, and Depraved Sicko is going to have to flash out, Cap throwing the bomb, and he actually gets away with it at the cost of a flash. Very nice invade there for Dunwoody. Unfortunately, they had to burn a flash for it, which is another really strong tool. Depraved Sicko going to be going into his top side. Icky Coffee and Lusk back in the bot lane. Going to have Yiswag running back up to it. Now, this lane isn't looking too good for Cap as Nagi's trying to pull this wave over, trying to get him to overextend so that they can be all in. I don't think Cap is going to fall for it. Not Jorge going to be clearing the blue buff and maybe looking for a gank top lane. We'll see how it goes, and it does. It looks like he's going to be ganking top lane. Zeus doesn't have any vision. Cap tries to get all in mid lane, and they're going to be going in on Zeus, unfortunately. And the stun comes down, going to get stunned by Not Jorge. But unfortunately, it's Poppy. She's pretty tanky, and she's going to be able to get out of there with her movement speed buff. Zeus is going to have to play pretty careful here. If he gets ulted by Blossom, it's going to be death for him. I don't think he knows that she's going to be still in that bush. So I'm going to be clearing vision and Dragon Pit. Zeus is trying to get some XP from the minions there, but he gets pushed up on by Not Jorge. There comes the smite for the slowdown. I think Zeus is going to make it safe under his tower. He gets stunned under the tower. Fiora goes in, and they're going to be dead. That is unfortunate. Zeus is going to be dying there. Fiora getting free reign over this wave. Dunwoody going to be taking the Scuttle Crab there for the good vision on Dragon Pit. And they're moving back down to bot lane. Icky Coffee going to be putting vision in the bush. Lusk and Icky Coffee moving down to clear the wave. We got Cap resetting in mid lane. We're going to see how it goes here. Icky Coffee and Lusk kind of just pushing waves out. He gets hit by a huge burst from Zaya's feathers. You got to be careful there. If she pulls more than 3 of them through you, you're going to get stunned there. Depraved Sicko looking for a gank here, trying to sit under their tower. Icky Coffee and Lusk trying to bait them to push up a little bit. Icky Coffee is kind of low, so maybe they would think about them pushing up. But we'll see. Blossom going to be shoving in a wave top lane. Zay's going to make it back in time. Not Jorge is going to be there for the gank. Looks like they suspect something is up from Dunwoody, but unfortunately Depraved Sicko is gone. Zayas trying to clear this minion wave and stop from going under tower. Looks like he's going all in on Blossom. He's going to have to be careful here not to give her free vitals. You don't want to be in a sustained fight against Fiora because she's just going to keep poking your vitals. Zeus going to be keeping off going here. That's going to be the Fiora ult as long as she doesn't get that last vital. Zeus is going to be running away in the hopes that he doesn't get the vital. He doesn't get the vital, and Zeus is going to be all right there. Blossom is going to be out of mana. Zeus is going to be chasing him there. Depraved Sicko currently engaging. The Cap throws the bomb, and it looks like Cap and Depraved Sicko were rotating up just in case, but Dunwoody gets it anyway. Fortunately, it looks like they're going to be losing the dragon now as they have absolutely no priority. Icky Coffee and Lust trying to shove out a bot wave here. Looks like the dragon's going to be secured by Not Jorge. Swag and Rivi of Two Worlds going to be moving back to the bot lane. Dunwoody going to be resetting, trying to come back with some items here. Coffee going to be buying Boots of Ionia. And then we're going to have Lusk buying the Berserker's Greaves. Cap's going to get dove there a little bit by Nagi and Not Jorge, but he's going to be alright there. He's playing pretty well here, playing pretty safe, I say, as he gets jumped on by Nagi. Some really solid poke damage from LeBlanc. It's going to be a pretty rough matchup. Rivi, Two Worlds, is going to be going under tower, trying to get some plates here. Looks like he overextends. Icky Coffee going to be hitting the solid poke damage there. And Depraved Sicko tries to go for a gank on Nagi, but misses the knockups. Not Jorge hits the old cap. It looks like he's going to die. Depraved Sicko with the Cataclysm. Looks like he's going to be going for the LeBlanc, but the LeBlanc gets away. She just has too much movement. It looks like Depraved Sicko is probably going to fall to Not Jorge. The smite comes out for the low movement speed, but Jarvan is going to make it out just safe. That was a close one for Dunwoody. Unfortunately, they still lost Cap in the madness. Zayas having a massive wave crash under his tower. Blossom trying to get some huge vital damage in there. Looks like it's not going well for Zayas. He's got to clear the wave. Misses a little bit of CS, but it's better than losing his life in this situation. Dunwoody's pretty far behind, and they're trying to look on how they can possibly make up this difference. Blossom is going to be hiding in the bush, hoping Zayas tries to push up. Zayas misses the CS. Blossom going to be hitting the minion. Zayas with a fantastic timing on that stun. Doesn't really get too much of a punish off of it, as he's very scared of this Blossom. Gorge Rinker is going to be very strong. And Blossom looks like he's going to be going all in there. No all in, just a lot of damage. Fiora's Vitals make for some very, very solid damage. Swag the Soraka going to be moving all the way to top lane. Looks like going to be for a gank here. You got Nagi and Cap trading back poke damage, but it looks like Nagi's going to be ahead there as he has a little bit of a gold lead. Let's see what happens. Lust going to be moving into the lane. Rivi going to be pushing up. Ikikafi giving Lust a shield, but mainly just to prevent poke damage. And it looks like the Zayas saw that Yusweg is going to be in top lane, just trying to get the CS back. Brave Sicko pushing up, possibly looking for a gank, but it appears that they have vision. Going to be clearing the vision in Tribrush. Zayas trying to walk down to ward. Blossom going to be hitting some damage off. Gets parried, and the stun is going to be huge. I think this might be it for Zayas, unless he can make it out. The Gore Drinker is going to come out, but Blossom is not going to be able to kill him. Zayas immediately resetting here. Lusk and Ikikafi going to be getting the first tower of the game. It's going to be a good way to make up for it. Zayas is going to get dove under tower. Blossom trying his... He tried his best, but there wasn't a whole lot he could do against that situation. Fiora's got a lot of healing, especially with Gore Drinker and her passive. Vitals make for some very solid damage. Depraved Sicko going to be clearing vision in bot bush. Cap going to be looking up, maybe looking for a gank here, but Yuswag is going to be sitting there. They're waiting for the right moment to show up, but basically out of nowhere. Kind of roaming all over the place. Fiora's a very strong slip pusher. I don't know how Dunwoody's going to be able to handle this, but it looks like Ikikafi's going to be going in, takes almost his entire health bar of burst from Nagi and Yuswag. It's a huge amount of damage here. LeBlanc has a very strong poke, and the ult is going to come out from Sejuani. Hits Lusk, he's going to dash out of it. He's going to be fine. So we've got a 4v1. Depraved Sicko tries to hit the root, or tries to hit the knockup, and that's going to be the bomb. That was a very nice karma root into the Ziggs bomb there. Going to be knocking him into the tower and being able to kill him. Very huge review of two worlds. Shut down. First death of the game. Dunwoody going to be shoving in mid lane and possibly getting a tower out of this. We'll see what they go with. Looks like they're trying to commit to the tower, but Lusk is pretty... A couple of them are pretty scared of Nagi, as if he really wanted to, he could go in and probably burst one of them down. Yuswag going to be pushing into the jungle while everybody's occupied, clearing some vision, getting some vision of their own. And we have Lusk and Depraved Sicko going to be rotating back to bot lane. Lusk is actually going to be moving into mid lane. Depraved Sicko is sitting there at Dragon Pit and is going to be diving on, and that's the Caitlyn ult coming out. Swag going to be using heal and Soraka ult, I believe, and it's still not going to make it out there. It's a very good combo coming out from Depraved Sicko and Lusk. Nagi going to be backing out and retreating. Dunwoody is actually doing a pretty decent job of making up this difference, but they are still pretty far behind here. Depraved Sicko going to be clearing his blue side. And Lusk is going to be taking the wolves. Looks like we're at a point now where Caitlyn is going to have to start taking priority here, and Lusk is going to have to try and get pretty fed. Lots of vision set up for Dunwoody around Dragon Pit. Looks like they're going to be playing for it. Everybody's positioned properly for it. We have Lusk in mid lane. We have Cap in bot lane. Let's see how this goes. Meanwhile, Zayas and Blossom are kind of just duking it out in the top lane. Zayas does not do a whole lot of damage compared to Fiora, but it looks like we're going to have a fight here in the Dragon Pit. Dunwoody going to be starting Dragon, not Jorge, and Rivi going to be moving back to mid lane. Not Jorge is going to be hitting the Yordle trap from Caitlyn. It's going to be a rough engage. Zayas is having a huge wave crash on her tower. Dunwoody's going to be fighting a huge fight. It's a 3v4 right now. Depraved Sicko is going to look for the all-in. Nagi going in and bursting Lusk and Ikikafi down. Lusk is going to be trying to chase. He's going to be able to get the kill there. Unfortunately, it looks like Ikikafi is going to be dying. Actually, no, he makes it out. But Depraved Sicko is going to fall there. Cap moves down. Blossom is also TP'd in. The Fiora is going to be very dangerous. Lusk is trying to do his very best to run away. Cap trying to peel him out. And that Jorge is going to be hitting the smite there. And it looks like Lusk is stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he's going to fall. It's very unfortunate for Dunwoody there. That was a fantastic TP from Blossom. Rivi going to be clearing the Scuttle Crab for the extra gold and then shoving out a wave mid lane. Cap knows he's in a rough position. He's trying to run away, but he doesn't really have the movement speed. He manages to burst down Rivi, though. I wonder if not... And he's going to be able to flash out. Not Jorge not going to be able to capitalize on that, and Cap is going to make it out okay. Not Jorge going to be throwing down the Rift Herald in mid lane. That's going to open up this tower. That charge isn't going to kill the tower, and Cap is probably going to be able to boost him off it a little bit, but it's going to be some solid damage there. Shelly's going to be dying there, the wave is cleared out, and Cap is going to be resetting. He needs to leave. Does not have the health to stay at this point. Blossom going to be checking bushes for Zeus. He knows he's low and out of mana. Zeus is going to be trying to look for a reset here. Swag looks like it's going to be setting up vision. Going to be setting up vision for Baron here, I believe. Setting up vision in Depraved Sicko's jungle. He's going to see him coming out from this red buff. Not sure what that's going to give them other than information here. And they're not actually going to see him as Depraved Sicko walks up to the Krugs instead of around. Alright, Rivi and Usweg. Rivi going to be pushing in mid lane. Depraved Sicko clearing Krugs. Zeus back in top lane. Blossom going to be down there trying to clear a red buff. Depraved Sicko comes out, finds him. Lust going to be taking that shared red buff. Depraved Sicko kind of scaring him away as Blossom knows he's overextending. Zeus going to be setting up vision. Blossom trying to take care of it. He isn't able to clear the ward in time. Zeus is not really in a position to fight this Fiora. She's very powerful right now, even with his Iceborne Gauntlet. Depraved Sicko going to be clearing vision in top river. We have Cap and his opponent Nagi going to be shoving out waves in bot lane. Icky Coffee trying to set up some vision, making sure they know what's in their own jungle, which is always going to be a good play here. Baron is up, and Dunwoody is going to be looking around, trying to see what they can set up for. Icky Coffee going to be setting up vision in bot river. Excuse me, not Jorge going to be clearing it immediately and resetting. Right, Cap's going to be clearing out pretty good waves here. Nagi, well, LeBlanc and Ziggs both have pretty decent wave clear. Less going to be destroying the entire wave with one ability, as Caitlyn does. And it looks like all of them are pretty much going for a reset here. I wonder what's going to be bought. Rivi going to be resetting. Lusk and Depraved Sicko, kind of waiting for the next wave to show up. Nagi positioning for top lane. Swag and not Jorge, going to be clearing the blue buff, hitting the plant, seeing Depraved Sicko in the jungle. Jarvan knows he's got to back up. Lusk is just sitting there farming in mid wave, pretty much uncontested. Going to be very good if we can get this Caitlyn very fed. Lusk is a very, very strong player, probably one of the best on the team, I would say. Icky Coffee going to be setting up vision there, gets silenced from Soraka. Nagi goes all in, but he's going to be dying there. Depraved Sicko trying to stop him. It's not going to work. They're going to have to back out here. Not Jorge is going to be hitting that Sejuani ult. Lust trying to get the damage in, but it's very tanky. That is a very tanky Sejuani, especially with Radiant Virtue. That ult is going to be giving him a huge amount of bonus stats. Lust going to be trying to defend the tower, but there's just too many of them there. Unfortunately, Dunwoody's going to be losing the mid tower. Zay's going to be walking down, trying to go in for the assist. Depraved Sicko going to be going in for the Jarvan knockup, and there's a Yordle trap on Not Jorge, getting rooted once again. Nagi's going to be going in on Lust, gets stunned, going to be backing out there. Soraka ult comes out, Cataclysm from Jarvan, going to get a double knockup there. Unfortunately, Zaya gets out, Not Jorge is going to be able to survive. There was a lot of stuff going on there, but it just doesn't look like Dunwoody has the damage right now. The lead is pretty rough here, as Dunwoody's going to fall further and further behind as they're starting to lose Baron now. Blossom going to be trying to go all in on Cap here. He's not going to be able to die. He's not going to be able to protect the tower, and Blossom's going to go all in using the Fiora ult. Cap's going to be trying to position properly and get away, but he's going to be dying to the Fiora ult. Zayas going to be TPing, trying in vain to save Cap from death, but Blossom is going to be split pushing Fiora with a Hullbreaker. Going to be hitting the parry and stunning Zayas is taking more than half his health and damage, and Blossom is just going to be hanging out. That Hullbreaker is making him a very strong split pusher. Dunwoody's going to have to find out a way to deal with this. Normally it would be Poppy, but Zayas is very far behind at this step in the game. Nagi going to be pushing in to Dunwoody's jungle. Blossom going to be trying to clear some CS, uses Baron buff to push in. Zeus going all in, knowing his team is there. Depraved Sicko misses the Jarvan Q. Bless going to be pushing up Ikikafi and Depraved Sicko moving in. Ikikafi hits the stun. Going to get parried onto Depraved Sicko. Blossom is just trying to run away. Sejuani going to claim the dragon while all of Dunwoody is focusing on this one Fiora. Fiora's going to back out. Dunwoody knows they got to leave because their whole team is here, and Dunwoody does not win team fights in this situation. They are too far behind. Looks like it's going to be a fight for this bot tower. Going to be clearing the wave. Zeus trying to bait out something. He has no HP. He's going to have to reset, which is going to put Dunwoody down one. This Baron buff is going to make the minions incredibly tanky and rough to deal with. Dunwoody's going to have to push up to deal with that cannon minion, or they're just going to lose the tower. Lusk trying to use Caitlyn's absurd range to poke that down, but it's really not going to work. Cap going in top lane trying to stop Blossom, but we saw how that went last time. Blossom was just going to run to the tower and take it. It looks like they're going to be diving. Depraved Sicko going all in, trying to stop this tower dive. Not Jorge is going to be going in and going straight for Lusk, and he's going to get him. Healing from Soraka is absolutely insane, and Not Jorge is incredibly tanky. Sejuani, Radiant Virtue, and Moonstone Renewer are going to be coming in very strong here. It's looking rough for Dunwoody here, as Zeus is going to be swapping with Cap. Zeus is going to be trying to push Blossom off of this turret, but it's not going to be a winning matchup for him. All he's going to be able to do is delay the inevitable. Trying to push Blossom away. Blossom is just going to stick it to the turret. Zeus using all of his CC while he's stuck under turret. Fiora's going to be dashing and using Gore Drinker. Zeus at probably about 14 HP. Going to get ulted by Fiora and destroyed. That's going to be the tower and the inhib for... It's going to be top tower and top inhib. Blossom going to be running away, letting the Winions do the rest of the work. And it looks like they're going to be able to clear him out in time, but that inhib is barely hanging on. Dunwoody is almost 10k gold behind. Blossom is going to be trying to steal just Depraved Sicko's jungle. I'm not sure why he's trying to fight this. He's probably just playing for the smite advantage. And he does. He's going to be smiting it. Trying to just deny Blossom his time. Rivi is going to be taking this red buff. You want your red buff on your ADC for the extra damage and the caster regeneration. We're going to see how this goes. I'm not sure how Dunwoody's going to be able to make this up. Blossom's going to be resetting from top lane, running back, and what does he buy? Going to be buying Merc Treads and Chainmail Vest. I believe that's what it's called. This is a rough situation for Dunwoody here. They're going to have to hold on and manage. They're going to have to hold on and pray that they can scale. Unfortunately, they had an uncontested soul. That Ocean Soul is going to be very strong, especially on the Sejuani, making their team a whole lot tankier. So it's going to be trying to bait out some of these skill shots, trying to bait out some abilities, but it's not really working. Not going to be going in, trying to get some poke. Dunwoody's going to be clearing the wave here. Going to be poking back and forth under tower. Cap's going to be moving in for the assist. We'll see what happens here. Zeus is taking a huge amount of poke damage as he has no MR. Going to be going all in on your swag. Jarvan going to be going in. Depraved Sicko using the Cataclysm and gets flashed out. Zig's ult coming in. And Zeus is going to ult Sejuani out of the way. Soraka ult's going to be coming out. And the Redemption. Zeus is going to be trying to go in, trying to get some damage there for his team. But Depraved Sicko's going to have to back out. Ikikafi going to be killed by Xayah trying to run away. Cap's getting destroyed. That's really bad. It's very bad. Rivi perfectly capitalizing on the way their team spread out. That's going to be a tower dive. And I think it's going to be over for Dunwoody here. It's going to be over. As Blossom is just backdooring. Very rough game for Dunwoody here. But I wonder how they'll do in game 2. Rough game all around.
Welcome to match 2 of Activation Week with the Dunwoody Hawks League of Legends team. This match we're facing off against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Rough first game for the Hawks as we took a loss against
Louisville Red.
Louisville Red is who we were playing. There's been a lot of games this week already. So tune in. Looks like pick and bans are about to start. And please welcome Lewis.
Alright, again, hello everyone, welcome to match 2 of some good old League of Legends here. It's going to be your Dunwoody Hawks versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We're currently on pick and ban, so we'll see what happens here. And kind of just brief recap of the first game. Started off all right, and unfortunately, and we had a couple of good things happen, but unfortunately, your Dunwoody Hawks lost to Louisville Red. So hopefully we can get a win here for this second game. Since this is activation week, it's just one round only instead of best out of 3. Right now they're doing pick and ban, so we'll see what happens here, and we'll be right back when that's done. Alright, so right now we're on a spectator delay. Yeah, so it looks like pick and ban's now complete, and looks like here in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and we'll get started here. So this is the last match of the evening for League of Legends. Thank you guys for sticking around. You know, I know we initially said 8:30, but looks like, you know, we're better to start a little earlier and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna wait for the spectator delay, and then we'll be getting started here shortly. Alrighty, and now we are in. So here is your Dunwoody Hawks versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. will soon fall. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Guide us. I won't miss. This one's for you. Reveal what is hidden. Let's do this again.
And that right there is a win for your Dunwoody Hawks. Thank you guys very much for tuning into the stream. That was a pretty good round. So yeah, good job everyone. Yeah, we will see you. Eric wins the next Friday evening. Friday evening for some Rocket League. Have a good evening, everybody, and get some sleep. And yeah, see you next time.